Hello, everyone. Minasan. I was late for the stream. And so, okay. Vitamins? And I was trying to research about laptop, GPU for my stream. Care to listen? Okay. Before I stream, 2 minutes or 5 minutes ago, I found this one. I found this website and I was very lucky. But then I don't know which model I wanna choose. Okay, then I bow my head again. You know, no, it's okay. Best PC specs for YouTubers, choosing by streaming style and price price range. And get some snack and I feel out of energy, so I won't cook the rice and eat noodles or dishes or something. I was busy trying to do some changes in PC. I mean my old PC. Honestly, it did not work. I mean the GPU and the CPU and GPU was about 30%, so it's not good. And I checked on the button, on the lights. There's some red lights and it's not very good. It's very red. So, and the green lights were less. And there are some warnings from my laptop. There are 3 warnings from today. Yep. Now for starters. Wait a minute. Ang mga connect is okay. Okay, that's nice. Now let's start this round. Okay. Chatting, singing streams, all specs are sufficient. Yeah. Then that's important. Okay. Game streaming. Okay. This game streaming is one thing I struggled. And it is a reason why and when I try to connect my iPad from my laptop, if I try to play the game, it automatically freezes or closes. And most of all, my mouse has stopped moving, which is this laptop of mine is not sufficient or good enough to hold on for long live streams. That is reason I cannot do a game stream. It singles for from my laptop. Yeah, that's right. And also 3D model streaming. And I need to buy some. I had to buy this one. No, this one. No. Okay. It's Ryzen 7 9800 X3D Core Ultra 9 to 85K. This is the only laptop I was supposed to think about. The gaming is a high quality game requires more than 200 or 500 gigabytes. That is large more than Honkai Star Rail 500 or 600 GB if I remember. And that game consumes my my iPhone, and that causes me to delete my images, apps or something, which is pretty bad. And now list of PC specs actually used by major VTubers. Specs and PC specs of VTubers. Okay. Nah. Wait. I'm curious about this one. Ryzen 9, Ryzen 7. Hold on. Yep, that's right. Finding the brand is difficult. Finding the right specs or right model is difficult as well. For beginners like me, and we have to singing, jabbing, roaming, Ryzen 9, RTX. Okay, music gaming. Okay, waiting games. Ryzen 7. What? Game Usabe Koala game streaming RPG survival. RPG and survival. I think belongs to PC category. 128 GB and RTX. Shirikami Fubuki game streaming FPS. FPS. Interesting. Core Runner. Core Runner. Okay. There's nothing here. Red is all the same, but the difference is memory or the style. Yep. You can imagine how much layers did those models actually count? There are many the more the details, the more the storage is gonna be high. To be honest. 64 GB. Hold on. Why is that memory is greater than Milwaukee? Okay, for 80. Sakuramiko gives me the game. Minecraft and etc. Jamie. I feel like I cannot choose. Maybe the pricing Rising, I mean. Next is Needy Sanji, Usuha FPS, Valorant, Apex. Core 938, RTX 490, RTX 490, 490, GTA, Valorant, Apex are high quality. Interesting. Kanai, FPS of general gaming. Oh, collaboration chats. Interesting. Ryzen 5950. RTX 390. Six of four. Suki no Mito, planning, chatting, game streaming. 5950, 390. Kinto Toyo, chatting, singing, game streaming. Core 90, 9,900K. 280, 990K. I mess up. 232? That's enormous. Okay. Oshikawa Sara. Game streaming. Chatting collaboration. 5,559. That's 390. 64. Baseball. Hold on, I've never seen baseball. Baseball? Okay. Well, no matter. I'll just subscribe. Oh, shucks. Damage na. Chiba no? Pinano. FPS, Valorant, Apex, Igniting, Chill. No, Okay, Apex, Valorant. The same, okay, the same. Hello! Welcome to my stream. My name is Raishime. And I'm here to research because my laptop is not suitable for live stream. So I'm gonna do finding new laptop to find and buy. Before it's complicated, and I don't know which model or brand to choose. So I'm gonna find the right one and make it as my goal. Although my money wasn't enough to say your name, hello, Envoy L. Hello. Okay, and run Avis. Current net 19. Okay, same thing. Since I love playing Mobile Legends on my mobile. Uh-huh. 370. Notably, the GPUs are focused on the RTX 3070 to 3080 range, and in FPS titles, settings can be reduced to prioritize frame rate over graphics quality, indicating that a top-tier GPU is not essential. I see. Meanwhile, CPUs like Core i9 12900K are quite common, indicating a solid investment in the parallel processing needed for encoding and streaming. Okay, that's it. I changed the volume. Minimum specs and recommended specs for VTuber PCs. How to choose parts. VTuber streaming requires a balance among CPU, GPU, memory, and storage. Even if one component is high performance, if others become bottlenecks, the overall performance will drop. Here we explain the roles of each part and how to choose from 3 levels: minimum, recommended, and professional. Interesting. CPU. Choose. Okay. Core i5 or higher, or Core i7 or higher for game streaming. Okay, the CPU acts as the brain governing the overall processing speed of the PC. Everything relating to the simultaneous processing of streaming software and games. Okay. The minimum threshold is Core i5 13400K at F Ryzen 5 5600 or higher, which is sufficient for chatting streams. If you're looking for stable performance during game streaming, the recommended specs are Core i7 14700F Ryzen 7 9700X or higher. With ample core and thread counts, it's less likely to drop in processing. While managing game and streaming, the stream plus viewer model displayed simultaneously for 3D streaming or heavy games. Usually important. Consider Core 1 i9 13900K and Ryzen 9 7900X or higher. Okay, if you're unsure whether to use Intel or AMD, if stability in game streaming is essential, Intel's Core i series is recommended, while AMD's Ryzen series is way to go if cost performance is prioritized. Intel's Core i GPU RTX 4060 or higher for stable game streaming. The GPU graphics card is responsible for rendering game screens, displaying VTuber models. Okay, VTuber models. This one is important. And encoding the stream video for minimum specifications. Where is it? For minimum specifications, a GTX 1660 Super made service for 2D streaming, but to prepare for future activities, we recommend choosing RTX 40 series or higher. To ensure stable quality for full HD streaming, the recommendation is 4060 Ti RTX 5060 or higher. If you'd like to handle 3D streaming or resolutions above WQHD, Windows Quality HD aim for RTX 4070 Ti Super RTX 5070 Ti or higher. By using NVENC hardware encoder included in NVIDIA's RTX series, it can offload the OBS stream encoding process on the CPU NVIDIA GeForce RTX series is recommended for VTuber streaming due to its stability and compatibility. To be honest, doing streaming of OBS stream. What to know? Memory minimum 16 gigabytes recommended, 32 gigabytes or more. Memory acts as a workspace for temporarily storing data during processing, and the more software that runs simultaneously, the higher that consumption. In VTuber streaming, it is common to have OBS, Video Studio, and browser are common this way. Discord games, etc. running simultaneously, leading to significantly higher memory consumption compared to standard PCs. The minimum is 16 GB, but if you expect game streaming, 32 GB is recommended. 32, I remember that. With only 16 GB, there is a risk of instability and insufficient memory during streaming. Yep, that's the case. There are many errors on my laptop. Okay, memory is relatively easy to explain later. So if your budget is tight, starting with 16 GB is okay. However, choosing 32 GB from the outset will likely minimize any experience of twitching or freezing during streams. If you saw my my old streams, you can see the result of that and how my live stream from before has become cut and ending the chat early, which is actually not very good thing. Storage. SSD 1 GB. Let me eat a bit. One TV or more for ample recording space. Storage is the area for saving the OS, software, games, and recorded data. An SD solid-state drive is essential for VTuber streaming. SSD have overwhelmingly faster read and write speeds compared to HDD hard disk drives, and lead to shorter game load times and faster software boot times. The capacity should at least 1 TV if game streaming is your main focus. Aim for over 2 TV. Heavier games can consume over 100 gigabytes per title, meaning 500 gigabytes will quickly run out. Recording data can also reach several gigabytes in 1 hour. So choosing generous storage is critical. Selecting NVMe SSD will provide even faster read and write speed compared to SATA connections. Quick reference table of VTuber. PC specs compared by streaming style. Oh gosh. By retroactively calculating the media specs based on your streaming style, it becomes easier to choose. No, not PC. Easier to choose a PC. Check the following table for the recommended specs for chatting and singing streams, game streaming, and 3D streaming. Okay. CPU Core i5 13400F Ryzen 7 5700X and Core i7 14700F Ryzen 7 9700X Core i7 14700F Core Ultra 7 265 Ryzen 9 7900 RTX 4060 Ti RTX 5060 RTX 470 RTX 5070 RTX 4070 TS Silver RTX 5070 Ti 264 storage. SSD 1 TB Aurora, SSD 1 TB Aurora, 2 TB recommended. SSD 2 TB Aurora. Hold on for a second. Okay. Money converter. JJ JA give me $10. Mean how much? $360. $312. Oh, I forgot to add a zero. 360. Ah, 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 ah. Why? If it's painful. Oh. 3,120. No. I knew it. I need money. Look at this. The price range. CPU. This is it's impossible. If you're unsure of which configuration to choose, starting with the middle, game streaming specs will allow for a wide range of stream options. You'll be able to comfortably handle chatting and streaming streams, as well as most gain the health. Specifications are subject to change. Please check the official health for the information now. Can you stream video with the current Can you stream video with your current PC? How to check specs? Hold on. Hold on. Receipt, PC, or laptop? Hold on. Let's try to read all of them. Interesting. The CPU model number and the memory capacity can be checked from the Windows settings screen. This is ourselves. Okay. Okay. Just ignore this one. Hit the both of them. Options if checks don't meet the standards. Okay. If your specs do not meet the standards upon checking, your options are part upgrades or new purchases. For memory shortages, it's 35%. Excuse me for a second. Ah. It's fine if you can hear me. Ah. Ah. Uh. Oh. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. For memory shortages or storage deficiencies, upgrading parts can be a cost-effective solution. Memory upgrades is 16 GB to 32 GB typically cost around 5,000. GBI and only require inserting into the designated slots, making it relatively easy for PC makers, and adding an SSD is similarly cost-effective. On the other hand, if the CPU or GPU is 2 generations or more outdated, it is typically more reasonable to purchase a new one rather than exchange individual parts. That's the part. For laptop CPU or GPU replacements are usually not possible, so consider purchasing a new one if specs are insufficient. For those wanting a comprehensive view of the initial cost, including PCs, check the following article. What's this? I'm not gonna save this one. Here. VTuber computer specs commission and selection based on price range. VTuber PC configurations you can choose from vary significantly across 3 levels based on budget. In 2026, oh, this year, that's surprising. The prices for PC parts are overall on the rise. So keep in mind that you might need to increase your budget compared to before. Here, we will explain 3 segments and 3 100 to 150 GPY mid-range 150 to 250 JPY and iSpec 350 to JPY or more. $100 to $150 GPY entries configuration suitable for chatting and singing streams. 100 and 150 GPY range is for those looking to start VTuber streaming with a computer as cheaply as possible. However, due to the overall rising prices of PC parts in 2026, options available at this price range are limited. An example specs is as follows. CPU Ryzen 5 5600, Ryzen 5 4500, GPU RTX 5050, memory 16GB, to 1 TB. Even with computers in this price range, it is possible to conduct chatting and singing streams while running a live to model. When running tracking software such as VTube Studio alongside OBS Studio, the processing capabilities of RTX 5050 are sufficient for just displaying a live 2D avatar. $150 to $250 JPY mid-range configuration for comfortable game streaming. 150 to 250 GPY range is ideal for VTubers who also want to play games. This price range is well. price range is well balanced and offers high cost performance opportunities for many VTubers. An example configuration is as follows. Core i7-14700F, Ryzen 7 9700, RTX 5060 Ti, RTX 5060, memory 32 GB, SSD 1 TB, same SSD from before mixins. These species specs allow for streaming while comfortably playing most games at full HD resolution, displaying VTuber avatars simultaneously. With RTX 5060 Ti, you will be able to play many titles at high quality settings, even at Full HD. With quality HD at high anyway, 2560 times 1440 resolution, making it easier to create visually appealing streams. 250 GPY or more, high spec configuration capable of 3D streaming or high quality gaming. If you have a budget of 250 GPY or more, you can choose a high-spec PC that allows for VTuber 3D streaming or 4K gaming. Real-time rendering of 3D models places substantial loads on the computer, so if you aim to engage seriously in 3D gaming, this price range is the realistic starting points. Ryzen 7 9800 X3D Core Ultra 9 285K, RTX 570 Ti, RTX 5080, 32 GB SSD 1 TB to 2 TB. With a GPU of RTX 5070 Ti or higher, you can render 3D models in high quality while also accommodating 4K streaming for games and high frame rate streaming in WQHD. Sorry for the wait. Sorry for the wait. Breadcrumbs. I'm gonna clean this up. Yeah, I'm good. Besides, I'm wearing my eyeglasses. So that my focus has been better than ever. From now on, I'm gonna wear my eyeglasses while drawing so that my focus will be better. Okay. Where were we? With a GPU of RTX 5070 Ti or higher, you can render 3D models in high quality, while also communicating 4K streaming for games and high frame rate streaming in WQHD. While SSDs of 1TB to 2TB are recommended for storage materials for 4K in-game recording can consume large capacities, so it can be reassuring to select a configuration allowing for additional SSD or HDD expansion as needed. This part. Game recording is also the reason that my stream was short and the connection between my was it again? iPad and laptop may not be so good. Top 5 recommended VTuber PCs for 2026. Here are 5 carefully selected recommended gaming PCs that you can choose from based on your streaming style and budget. I have selected one from each category: entry level, mid-range, high-spec, cost-effective, and laptop. All are current models available for purchase at BTO shops in 2026. For entry level, a device sufficient for challenging streams. The entry level recommendation is Dos Pares Third Wave 80 R7X5CA 6A -01B. Okay. That's included. Yeah, I see. Equipped with RTX 5060, this model supports full HD streaming, and the 8-core 16-thread Ryzen 7 5700X allows stable processing even while running streaming software. Huh? Same thing. Running streaming. Got it. Running streaming software simultaneously. This model is suitable for those wanting to start visual activities on a low budget, but you may experience lag during streaming of the most demanding games. The standard configuration consists of 16 GB memory and a 500 GB SSD, so it is recommended to upgrade to 32 GB of memory and change the SSD to 1 TB at the time of purchase. For mid-range, a device that can comfortably handle game streaming. The recommended mid-range device is Nextgear JG A7G60 from Mouse Computer. This device can stream FPS games at Full HD and around 144 FPS and comes with a water-cooled CPU cooler to handle heat. CPU cooler to handle heat during streaming. It has sufficient resources to run both streaming software and games simultaneously, allowing a comfortable play and stream experience for most titles. As a standard memory of 16 GB, an upgrade to 32 GB is recommended at the time of purchase. For high-spec, a device that can handle 3D streaming with ease. The recommended high-spec device is Calera XCR7A R570 GD from DOSPara. Ryzen 7 9800. This model features high performance comparable to those used by corporate affiliated viewers. It allows for streaming the latest games in WQHD of high frame rate. 3D streaming and VR chat also operate smoothly, providing reassurance that you won't face performance shortages in the long run. Customizing storage to 2 TB will ensure ample space for recording data and game capacity. For cost effectiveness, a device that can balance budget and performance. If you prioritize cost effectiveness, consider FRGHL B550-9060 from Frontier. What kind of model was that? Oh, I see. No, not interested. Let's see the previous one. Okay, that's all. This device comes pre-installed with 32 GB of memory and a 1 TB SSD, meaning there are no additional customization costs, which is why its cost-performance ratio is high. It is more than sufficient for chatting and singing streams, and can handle moderately demanding game streaming as well. However, please note that Frontier products are made to order, so it takes approximately 2 weeks from order to delivery. For laptops, a device suitable for those wanting portability. That's me. I want laptop. For conditions and environments. I have TV, so I have TV. The name of my TV is called Westinghouse. And also on top of the table where I was in live streaming. Yes. Okay. My TV was behind my iPhone. An iPhone where I use it as live stream. It's so short. Honestly, it's not good to put CPU. There are cups like this. Peanut butter craft. Seasoning sauce. The boiler. And from behind TV. And table. And the wooden table. Yep, you can see how short it is. The table. So laptops is suitable for me. Always. For VTubers wanting to set up a streaming environment with a laptop, G-Tune H6 A9G70BKC from Mouse Computer is recommended. Okay, G-Tune. Oops, I accidentally exited the live stream. Let's see. Oh, G-Tune. Okay. That makes sense. This laptop has performance comparable to the desktop version of the RTX 470, providing specs that enable high quality, high FPS gameplay suitable for VTuber activities at around 2.30 kilograms. It's portable and can cater to collaboration streams or even participation away from home. However, laptops usually lack the expandability and heat dissipation capabilities of desktops. Although I recommend too fast. Although I recommend a desktop PC for a mainstreaming environment, there are numerous situations where a laptop can excel as a secondary device or for outdoor use. Prices are based on the official sales version. Okay. It makes sense. The same. Ah. Hmm. Okay. How to choose a VTuber computer with an eye on future 3D capabilities and specs upgrades. By selecting a PC configuration that offers expandability from the start, you can adapt to changes in your streaming style by simply swapping out parts, allowing for long-term usage. I thought he was someone else. Here we will discuss points to consider then when choosing a PC with expandability in mind and how to prepare for future 3D capabilities using the subjects and response. Okay. 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 Okay, let's start from here. Initial cost or visitor. Okay, I'm across. I know. Minutes. Okay. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Essential for starting VoiceOver activities is streaming equipment to animate avatars and deliver audio and video, computers, microphones, and cameras with certain performance are necessary. However, many people worry what specs are required. I feel the same way as them. Or it sounds expensive to get everything. Yeah, I feel the same. This section will clearly explain the equipment needed for VoiceOver activities using live 2D, their cost, and criteria for selection. PC specs vary between 2D and 3D streaming. The most crucial component in VoiceOver streaming is a PC. Specifications differ greatly between 2D streaming using a live 2D model and 3D modeling or game commentary included streaming. PC specs for 2D models and just streaming. CPU Intel Core i5 AMD Ryzen 5 or above 10th generation recommended. Memory 8GB or more. Preferably 16GB. Graphics possible with integrated CPU, but more stable with a GTX 1650 or higher GPU. DGPU. Price estimate 100 to 130 yen, is around 15 to 18 for chat and face-to-face stream with a lightweight to the mellow, live to the mellow, a mid-spec laptop where I use gaming PC is sufficient. However, for simultaneous streaming software and mobile operation, a configuration with 16GB memory and a dedicated GPU is reassuring. PC specs for 3D models and game streaming 70%. No. Henry, PC specs for 3D models and game streaming. Intel Core i7 Ryzen 7 or above. Memory at least 16GB. GeForce RTX 460 or above recommended, necessary for Unity and game startup. Price estimate around 200 to 300 yen. Video lazy. I No, not again. I thought it was complete and it was an laptop. No way. No way, no way. Into colors. Price estimate 200 yen. Running software for 3D models or heavy games to meet Disney with OBS requires a high performance CPU and sufficient memory. Okay. I do have blue snowball ice, but I haven't used it. Okay. Okay. USB microphones for beers. Easy to connect and simple to set up. Around 3,000 to 10,000 yen. V5 blue snowball ice. Condenser microphones for intermediates. Good sound quality for singing and reading. Around 10,000 to 25,000 yen. Blue Yeti 80-2020 USB Plus. Dynamic microphones for extras. Let's around to pick up background noise for professional use. About 25,000 yen and up. Shure SM7B requires audio IF. Initially, a USB microphone is sufficient and adequate. Once you're accustomed to streaming, it is recommended to introduce an audio interface and upgrade to higher quality sound environments. Using web cameras involves recommendations. To animate a live 2D model, a camera is required for tracking facial expression and movements. Basic equipment involves a webcam, but using an iPhone for high precision tracking is also possible. Choosing a web camera resolution 1080p Full HD or higher recommended. Frame rate 30 fps to 60 fps. Recommended models Logico C920, C922 about 6,000 to 10,000 yen. Using phone as a substitute. Models from iPhone X onwards equipped with true web camera. Can collaborate with YouTube Studio or Nizima Live. Enables more precise facial expression detection, especially blinking and mouth movements not busy. To keep costs low, a web camera-based service whereas smartphone integration is an option if you're seeking high accuracy. Rent to buy VR equipment or trackers. If you plan to consider future 3D model streaming, dance or live activities, VR equipment and trackers may be necessary. However, they are basically unnecessary for streaming with a live 2D model. Representative equipment, Metal Quest 2.3, HTC Vive trackers, etc. Price estimate 40,000 to 80,000 yen. For main unit, around 20,000 yen per tracker, multiple units needed. Additionally, 3D streaming may involve money fees from motion capture software or additional licenses. Consider timing purchase and plan inclusive of running cost. Don't try to have perfect equipment from the start. Instead, upgrade gradually according to your activity style. You can achieve solid streaming even with a minimum required environment. So getting started is the most important. What are the costs for streaming and tracking software? Essential to where is it? Okay, price estimate 40,000 to 80,000 yen for main units. Around 20,000 yen per tracker, multiple units needed. Additionally, 3D streaming may involve monthly fees from motion capture software or additional fees, licenses. Consider timing the purchase and plan inclusive running cost. Don't try to have perfect equipment from the start. Instead, upgrade gradually according to your activity style. You can achieve solid streaming even with a minimum required environment, so getting started is the most important. What are the costs for streaming and tracking software? Essential tools and selection. Surprisingly, most of the software necessary for VTuber activities is available for free use. While there are tools with specific purposes such as moving the model, streaming, and editing videos, you can start with everything for free. This section explains the specific software used in VTuber activities and the rules, costs, and how to use them. Tracking software to animate a live 2D model, software for tracking facial expressions and movements is necessary. The following tools are mainstream: VTube Studio, free, some paid DLC, a software allowing 2D model real-time operation in conjunction with PC or smartphone cameras. Usable for free family with logos displayed at the bottom right out of the screen. Removable with paid DLC. Can be introduced through Steam. Easily operable for beginners and stable in performance. Easy Life prepaid plan available. Tracking software provided by the Live Studio official. High accuracy design with commercial use in mind. A free plan is available. The paid plan of 550 yen monthly is necessary for commercial use or to leverage advanced features such as iPhone collaboration features, etc. Recommended for a professional orientation or if considering future monetization. Animes, formerly FaceRig. Tracking software adaptable to both 2D to 3D models, obtainable from Steam. A free plan is available, with the paid version priced around 2,800 yen annually. Tends to require higher PC specs with slightly heavier operation. It's practical to start with a free Visual Studio and later choose the one that fits your activity style. Streaming software. To conduct live streaming software for editing and transmitting video is essential. Many VTubers currently use OBS Studio, Open Broadcaster software. Free and usable open source software, compatible with major platforms like YouTube and Twitch. Flexibly customizable with model visuals, game screens, comment sections, BGM, and more. Can be used for recording, making it useful for achieving videos. While some familiarization with operations is required, the abundant tutorials and instructional videos allow beginners to use it without issues. It is recommended to search for setting examples and templates to customize. Details on settings and operations are introduced in the article. Okay. I'm gonna include that as well. Oh, hello. You've been missing for a while. Are you sleepy to listen? Or are you busy from work? Feel back. Senpai? Hello, Hathor. Neither. Welcome to my stream. Hello, Hathor Leader. My name is Raishiming. Am I here to research for equipment recommendations? I mean, it's hard to search recommended equipments, but I don't wanna choose a PC because my table is small and it's only one table I had. And my TV was on top of the table. And there are cups, Kraft peanut butter, seasonings, tissue, diner tissue paper, and the boiler. And the table is short. No CPU, no PC. I just wanted laptop. Nice to meet you, Hector. Unfortunately, my old laptop is not suitable for a live stream. It has some issues with storage. No. If I try to use Prism Live Studio, OBS, Streamlabs, or any live stream platforms, it all ended the same. Next is okay. Tools for video editing and thumbnail creation. As you get used to live streaming, opportunities to create cut-out videos and thumbnails increase. Excellent tools at low to no cost cover these needs. But I need to master the art first. If wanting to create a header, VTuber model, and a background or something, if I don't want to pay VTuber models by saving money. So, in other words, I mean disadvantage. Here, I'm living in apartments. And I don't want to night stream on Arian because I feel like it's not my style. I just feel like it. Video editing. The VC Resolve free paid version available. Standard software, even the free version offers professional level editing features. Hold on. I'm gonna type a laptop. 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 I want laptop, not PC. Okay, let's start with this one. Picture 17 XNAI A2XW high-end performance. Where's that? I thought it was just a game. I mistake it as a... Anyway. Let's start with this one. MSI Computer Japan announced that they will release 19 models of gaming laptop PCs equipped with the GeForce RTX 50 series laptop GPU from February 12, 2026 as the Spring 2026 model. This new lineup employs the latest technologies to deliver optimal performance for a wider range of purposes, such as gaming, creative work, and advanced AI processing. Vector 7AX AI AI2 XW high-end performance. Let's see how it looks. Okay. The Vector 17 AXAI 82XW is a high-end model that handles AI, creative work, and gameplay all at high speed. With a large 17-inch screen and a display refresh rate, I think I'm gonna end the stream. You've arrived late, Hector. And I'm sorry for live streaming late because I was testing my old laptop. But unfortunately, it's the same. In the morning, I wake up at... no. I'm a late night bloomer. I woke up at 4 or 3 before I live stream at 4. Before I live stream at 6. Sorry about it. Don't worry. It's not like I'm doing it on purpose. It's just that I'm busy. I was just practicing rowing from 2 days or 3 days, if I remember. Thanks for watching me all the time, as always. There's also... How's my eyeglasses? Even though you cannot see it. My eyeglasses gives me courage, focus, and also I am blind. Oh, what am I saying? You're not angry. Why am I thinking that you're angry? Oh gosh. I don't know. I don't know how to communicate. You don't have to apologize. I must apologize as well. No, I must apologize first. For the sake of the fans, for the sake of the viewers, I respect viewers. But I will not take it too far, as they are humans of heart and alive. My 2 eyes were blind. You know? And before, I was afraid of the dark. I was afraid of horror. I was afraid of blood. I do remember that my dog died, got choked to death by someone. When I saw blood, I feel like I snap out of reality. And I thought, bloodshed is reality. And so I closed my eyes. And also for the purpose of once again, eliminating my nervousness or shyness or drama or something, or hating or disliking reality, or I force myself to erase the memories of the past, including the friends. And I was weird among all of my classmates. You know the most painful part? They don't treat me at the same species as them. And I know that I'm a crazy child. And I look like a toddler to them. Thanks for paying respects to my dog. No, I just told you my story about my classmates treating me that I was a crazy person. I thought, why am I the only one is not normal? And why only them are normal? I had no idea what kind of friends I'm getting to. They did not talk to me the same way as normal person could. And so, I will pour all my heart, all of my personality, and all of my experiences to show you who I am. Not everything. So I need to adjust my personality traits a little bit. Anyway, how's my speech? Was my speech unique? Or not so great? I see. But now, I don't care about normal anymore. I don't care about validation. Validation consumes my mental state and psychological state. And it's also the reason why I purposely blinded my eyes so that I will never focus on my friends again. I will not be reminded of the past again. My eyes are a window of the soul. So I exploit my own eyes myself. Tell me what you think of my speaking style when it comes to personalities. That's right. I had experienced it. I'm just waiting of your comments. What do you think wait. Okay, that's all. I think you've commented enough. I'm Raishime. Oh, no. Minasan! Raishime is out. And then the stream is over. And almost 9. Now see you around. Bye!